What is Marcus Morris mean to you guys? I know you said you followed him. What has he meant on and off the court for
I
this
mean,
team?
just I can't rave about his leadership enough. I just think he's just an excellent leader, and I can say I've been around some great basketball leaders, and he is an excellent leader, one of the best I've been around, and all of these guys respect him, and his way of going about it is very selfless, and he always owns his own stuff first before he ever goes into trying to tell somebody else what they should be doing.
You said he texts you late at night asking you anything. What are those?
Always. I mean, it's like it's almost like I expect to get a text from Marcus at night. Just, hey, coach, what do you need for the next day? What do you need for shoot around? What do you need for practice? You know, is there anything else I could be doing to help?
Just because you guys played Cleveland, and then the previous Cleveland game was that press conference. I was just wondering, like, there was talk about, that we're not meeting expectations from Scott and Steve, and we want to see, like, improvement. In the aftermath of that, was that defined to you, like, what those guys want to see from the team? Is there,
We
like, a
already
clear
know. That was
definition?
already clear from the beginning. Again, I tell you, these guys, we talk every day. We spend a lot of time together. The three of us, they're extensions of my coaching staff in a lot of ways because they spend time with the players. I spend time with their staff. So, our group is connected from that standpoint, and our expectations are the same for what we want out of this team. And so that's why I was unfazed by all of the noise around it, because we do have an expectation of how hard we want to play, how well we want to execute, how connected we want to be as a team. And I think over the last 3 games we've been seeing that.
Were you surprised when they came out? Did you know that was coming?
Well, not necessarily, but at the same time, I wasn't like disappointed or shocked or anything like that. It was like, hey, we do gotta play better basketball. We do gotta get to a place where we start to trust each other and do the things necessary to give ourselves a chance to win every night. And so we spoke immediately after that. And like I said, I'm in the trench with those guys.
Has you changed anything since then with what you're doing, or is it still the same?
Nope, we just hammered it home harder. And, obviously you make some adjustments during the game and things like that, and do some different, mix in some different things. We added, obviously, I think you see us playing a little zone here and there, stuff like that. But no, it's just much more of an emphasis on doing your job more plays than not. And the guys are finally coming around to doing that.
So at the same time, I mean, you said you weren't disappointed, but was it kind of surprising? I mean, I've covered the league for 9 years. That's never happened. I doubt that happened in Miami.
I've never noticed if it had happened or not, so I didn't even think about it that way. I really didn't. I think everybody else went to, oh my God, but all I could think about was we just got our ass kicked, and how do I make our team better? And that's as a coach, it's really a luxury for me to be able to just lock in and focus in on that stuff. And I think you guys know I don't read a lot, I don't watch a lot, and so it allowed me to just get into the team and coach the team and show them, look, this is where we got to be better.
Were you physically going to talk to us when, like, somebody said,
Oh, no, not yet. And I just know I always go at the same time every time for the most part, but I was still getting after our team, so I was letting them have it a little bit, and they were letting themselves have it a little bit. And so again, that's the beauty of our team, is they really own it when they don't perform, especially from a effort and execution standpoint. They really own that stuff, and that's what we were dealing with.
Is the message not so much like about the wins and losses, but like you said, being competitive?
Yeah, it is, because we're still developing kids. I know we added some veterans, but we still got 19-year-old, 20-year-old, couple 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds. Julius Randle's 24 and hasn't played on the playoff team yet. And now he's learning how to play winning basketball. I think you can see over the last 2 games, I think he's had 2 turnovers, and he's handling the ball and doing all of these different things. And so we're still growing a young team, and that's where guys like Marcus Morris and Taj Gibson and Wayne Ellington are really helping us kind of mold this thing. Bobby Portis is 24. These guys are kids still, and so, although we're developing them, we just felt like we're trying to fast track them a little more now. We're trying to put more accountability on what it takes to win. Whether you win the game or not, can't control all of that, but are we getting closer to doing the things necessary to give ourselves a chance?
But the way Damian is developing and the trust that you're growing with him.
Man, he is just that guy. It's the same as last year. You know, last year I played him only in fourth quarters in the preseason, and then before I know it, I felt like out of all of the young guys, he probably was the most consistent last year. And here he goes again. You know, he's falling right back into his groove. You know, he had to get past that shoulder injury. He had to get some conditioning going and get his body moving again. And now that he sees he's getting his legs underneath him, he's a real contributor to helping us play good basketball.
How tough is it for him? He's trying to get his wing back. You guys are playing games. Like, you can't practice as much as you want to. Like, is there something in place for him to do extra stuff?
Oh yeah, we make all of these guys. We try to see, even with Dennis Smith Jr. and guys like that. You know, extra conditioning. You know, pool conditioning, the treadmill conditioning, stuff like that. We have them playing 3-on-3, 2-on-2. You know, as much as we can do to try to get them fast tracked from a conditioning standpoint, we do that for them.
So that's Doc and Dennis.
That's a lot of them, actually. And if you don't play a lot of minutes, you know, if it's a guy who's in and out of the rotation or is not playing a lot of minutes, you know, we try to get him to do extra conditioning, just so that when that time comes, because it always comes back around. I think we can see that, you know, especially with a young team. You know, these parts are always moving, and so you don't want to get caught where, you know, maybe you were down because you were out, and all of a sudden you've lost your conditioning. So we really try to harp on keeping our conditioning at a high level.
Speaking of those guys, did you get a chance to see the Fizdale game?
I haven't watched it yet, but I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I heard he balled. I heard he's gonna. Yeah, I heard he played really well. But you know, that's where, you know, I commend Scott and the staff for, you know, I didn't know anything about Iggy, you know, because I watched very little college basketball, and they said, you know, if we can get this kid right here, we think we got a player. And so I got into the film that night, and I immediately fell in love with him. And it's very easy to root for him. And he knows how to play. He's tough as nails. He's super crafty. He really, really reminds. He's like a little mixture of like Sharunas and Chris Mullin's game. That's slow but tough lefty, you know, and he just finds his way around the court. And you know, he's just gonna keep getting better and better. And I think that, you know, mixing him back and forth into the G League is gonna help his confidence.